right next to you again this year.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen, like you said, came on late, has been doing really good, listening to the coaches and the players. And he's a great player. He can be versatile. He could play free or strong. I feel like he's going to do some great things this year for sure.
Hey, Budda, I know how close you are with your mom, and I was wondering if you had any reservations about playing this season. I don't know if she's still living with you or not,
Yeah.
but how did that enter into your thought process as far as this year?
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to play. This situation is, a terrible situation. And like you said, my mom, when it first hit, it started in Seattle at the time. And, right when it first hit, I sent my mom and my little sister out to Arizona, and they were chilling for me for like 3 months. And, I'm a big, I like to live alone. So having them there was definitely was fun. But then again, it was a great reason for them to be there at my house. And we were just chilling for a good 3 months straight.
Hey, Budda, it's become no secret that you and Chandler become like best friends. How did that relationship kind of develop, and just how close are you guys?
Okay, first question for me is, are you in the passenger seat or are you in the driver's seat?
I'm driving. I'm the driver. I'm not driving. Nah. I'm in the parking lot.
But no, we've been great friends. It kind of started early. I'm kind of more to myself, but Chan is a very funny guy. We connected very quick, and he's been a very great friend to me, helping me on the field and off the field. He's 6 years older, so he's been like an older brother, and it's been a great time. So hopefully we'll continue to be good friends.
Next three: Catherine Fitzgerald, Howard Balzer, Kyle Odegaard.
Hey, Budda. Vance was talking yesterday. You've obviously had a few successful years on defense, but how big this is for any of y'all to have 2 years in the same system. So what's that like for you, just knowing that like you can build off of a year like last year with having the same defense?
Yeah, I mean, for me, that was a huge thing. I've been in the league for 3 years, have been in 3 different defenses and played 3 different positions, so it's definitely hard to get some familiarity. And this year is definitely that year where I'm very excited to have that familiarity and have these coaches here. And, for me, I'm just focused on taking the next step to be a even greater football player. So I'm very excited for that. And, I'm just excited for the future.
Budda, what were your thoughts on being in the top 100, and were you at all a little surprised when you made it in there?
Yeah, I mean, what was I doing? I was in the kitchen at the time. It was just on TV, and I heard my name, and it was definitely cool to watch and cool to see. I definitely thought I could be up there due to just the players all around the league telling me, great things about me, and coaches as well. So it was definitely exciting to be up there, and hopefully I can, be lower on the list next year.
Yeah, Budda, off of that, do you feel like last year was kind of the season when there was widespread respect for what you were doing at the NFL level? And kind of based off of that too, obviously you're eligible for a contract extension now and you're playing well. Does the maybe lowering of the salary cap complicate things at all for you in the business aspect of it?
Yeah, I mean, business aspect, I have a great agent in David Mulugeta over at Athletes First. And, I've kind of just let him do anything on the contract situation. And I've been focusing on football, focusing on getting this new team here together and, trying to be a lot better than what we have been the past few years. So my focus has been on that. And if the contract stuff comes, it'll come. So that's where my mind is on season and week 1 versus San Fran.
Next three: Bob McManaman, Josh Weinfuss, Darren Urban.
Hey, but how much did your game change because of the addition last year of Jordan Hicks?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changed. For me, I like playing out in the open a lot. I know a lot of people see me down in the box a lot. But for me, I like to be open. I like to be closed sometimes, depending on the situation. And Jordan Hicks is definitely, him being that Mike Becker, making those tackles, has given me the freedom to, blitz off an edge and open in our open defenses or being in the post a lot more. So he's definitely helped. He's very smart. He's a great communicator on the defense, and I'm glad to have him.
Hey, Buddha, have you noticed anything different about Kyler this year and the way he handles himself and the way he's around the team?
Yeah, I mean, first thing was appearance. I saw him and he looked a little buffer. He's definitely thicker. Today was the first practice we went against the defense a little bit, and he definitely seems faster, stronger arm. I'm definitely excited to see what Kyler can do, especially with our new additions. And yeah.
Hey, Buddha. Couple things about today's practice in particular. One, it's been a while since you guys have been able to have a practice offense versus defense. I just was wondering, what was that like given everything that's happened this offseason? And on a more broader note, because you haven't had the offseason and because there's no preseason games, do you expect there to be more physicality or more game-like situations in this camp than normal?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely think that. But then again, just like you said, we got, less than 30 or 30 days for our week 1. So really it's a mental aspect. And then on top of getting those physical days in, I don't think we're going to be, going crazy, but, we got to feel, you got to feel contact within before the first game because we don't have any preseason games. So, yeah, we'll definitely be probably hitting pretty here soon.
Next 3, Catherine Fitzgerald, Nick King, Omar Ruiz.
Buddha, a couple of guys have mentioned using things like either video games or other things outside of football to connect with each other during the off season. And I know Chandler's mentioned that and y'all are close. So what's it been like trying to stay in touch with your teammates and also have an outlet from everything going on?
Yeah. I mean, that outlet is definitely the video games. For me, I was never a video game player. Even growing up, I never played a game. I had an Xbox in my closet somewhere, and I just pulled it out, bought Call of Duty. Next thing you know, all my teammates are all on. So it was definitely fun to be playing games with them, Kyler, of course, Chandler. There's just a bunch of guys, C. Kirk, a lot of guys were playing, and, definitely got into the group chats and started talking about football and talking about, other things outside of football. So it was definitely a cool thing to have, something as small as video game to reconnect with your teammates and friends.
Hey, Buddha, going back to the being in the top 100 and kind of gaining maybe more recognition from your peers, did that change the way that you look at yourself at all, or your confidence, or I don't know how confident of a guy and a player you've always been, but
Yeah.
Did that change things at all for you?
No, I mean, I've been a very confident person my whole life, really. I'm just not, showing it. I kind of just like to show it on the field. Just seeing me on the field is kind of like, my confidence. Watching film and seeing me, go from A to B gives me confidence. So, it's definitely a cool thing to have players reach out and coaches reach out and say congratulations, or been saying good things about me during the last year's season. But, I hold myself to a very high standard each and every day, each and every week. And, only I will be the one to show that. So I definitely already have had confidence.
Hi, Buddha. Thanks for taking the time today.
Yeah.
You mentioned, playing 3 different positions, 3 different systems. Obviously, you have versatility. I'm wondering how, because of your experience with that versatility, you might be able to help Isaiah Simmons come along, another player who's known for his versatility.
Yeah, definitely. Just like you said, whether it's, during practice when he comes and comes with the DB, sometimes help him out, be that shadow player to go against them, to let them know, these are the things that you're going to see. And, it's definitely a great thing. We have the same agent, so I kind of was able to, talk to him before he's got here. So yeah, he's a great player. He's very fast. He's can change direction. I'm very excited to see what he can do for sure.
The last three for Buddha: Mike Jurecki, Kyle Odegaard, Howard Balzer, and then Max Williams to follow.
Buddha, looking at the secondary and the returning starters, a motivated Patrick Peterson, a healthy Robert Alford, what's that going to do for this defense?
Oh man, that's going to do a lot. We pride ourselves really on the D line and the cornerbacks. With Patrick Peterson and Robert Alford, those guys are great vet guys that are going to be there week one, are going to be ready. Pat losing 6 games last year and Robert Alford losing the whole season. They came back this year. They're fired up. They're excited. And, I'm excited to see that out of these veteran guys. So I'm definitely excited for these guys and excited for the secondary, because, I feel like we're a very good secondary. We have the ability to become a great secondary. And, it's a team effort. D-line gets there. We'll get, we'll have a great time. If the D-line's not there, that kind of forces stuff on the secondary. So it's it's a team effort. And with our new D-line and new additions, we definitely feel like it's a very exciting year for us. So we'll see.
Well, it seems like people have really enjoyed breaking down your tape on Twitter this offseason. I'm wondering, when you go back and watch your own tape, do you ever surprise yourself with your motor or some of the things you're able to do? You're kind of a unique player on tape, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, definitely when I'm watching film, in my head, I'm just like, man, how did I do that? Like I said, I'm more of a guy, I keep everything really in. So I'm not really going to post a bunch of stuff that I've done or things that I'm doing. That's for other people to see and tweet out, and, I'll retweet it always. But, there's definitely times where I'm watching film and I'm like, man, how did you do that? But can just attest to my motor and, how hard I work. And, that's definitely going to be exciting for me this year for sure.
How was it getting accustomed to all the protocols and the testing and all that? Is it almost second nature now that you're this far into camp? And then also just talk about how smart, and how it's talked about a lot of how smart everybody has to be continuing to go forward just to make sure that there is a season.
Yeah, just like you said, for me, I think it's second nature now. We get tested daily, wear masks daily. We have our little chip things that monitor how close we are to players and all that type of stuff. So it's definitely second nature, and it's going to be very important for us to keep, staying in quarantine. Don't really go out and do all that type of stuff, because all it takes is a few outbreaks and, maybe a season might not be happening. So we definitely want a season to happen. I definitely want a season to happen, and you're going to have to make sacrifices for this year. So, it's just something that guys are going to have to do. And I hope guys can do, because I believe I'm going to do it to my best of my ability for sure.
Thank you very much, Buddha. Appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Buddha.